Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, check, check. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to ZR Airlines. This is ZR vs. Matrix live. We're back at it like a crack addict. Live ZR vs. Matrix. So today, let's see if I can fucking fix my hair. No, that shit looks trash. Let me just throw on the ZR vs. was right cap. There you go. That's more like it. So, guys, today, ZR vs. Matrix live. We're going to be showing you, we're going to be talking about Cash Coin, Cash Casino. I'm going to turn this into a YouTube video too. So, I'm doing this live, but I have 0 viewers. So, this is more just going to be like an actual YouTube video. So, today, I'm going to show you some cool stuff. I'm going to show you, the Cash Casino page as it stands right now. Let me just double check to make sure you guys can see this. I'm going to go on my YouTube and just check. Let's see. Oh, no, you can't see it. All right, cool. Cool. Oh, wait, now you can. Okay, cool. So let's see. So you can see it. Well, I guess we don't need to click on anything. This will work. So this is I'm just gonna walk you guys through what we've got right now. This is probably gonna be the final homepage design for Cash Casino. Maybe not. We might have a different homepage, but I'm just gonna walk you through Cash Casino. What makes Cash Casino such a good idea? What makes Cash Coin such a good investment? So obviously you can see it's a beautiful website. I absolutely love this website. We've got the Cash Coin graph right here. We've got the 3 games, the blackjack. You can't see the bottom right game, but that's dice. So we got blackjack, crash, mines, and dice. This is going to be the Cash Coin sort of. This is your balance. You can buy cash here. You can go see the progress, like basically what level you are. This is your house stake. So you got 25 million. This would be your earnings per month. So this would be saying I would be making 12 grand a month off my Cash Coin dividends. Obviously, I mean, this isn't functional right now. This is just me sort of going through kind of what it'll look like when Cash Casino is actually up and running. So yeah, this is probably going to be the homepage design. If it's not this, it'll be something pretty similar to this. I mean, I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Let me walk you guys through the 2 things that make Cash Casino such a great idea. So the first thing is going to be the Cash Coin. So the way Cash Coin is designed, it's designed to always go up in price. Now, that doesn't mean that it is always going to go up in price, but it means that the way that it's designed, in theory, it should always have upwards pressure on the price. The way it works is Cash Coin is constantly being burned. Anytime somebody gambles, anytime somebody puts money into the house, anytime somebody takes money out of the house, anytime anybody does anything on the Cash Casino website, basically, a percentage of that Cash Coin is burned forever. So if you place a bet and you place a $20 bet with Cash Coin, 10 cents of that Cash Coin is probably going to be gone forever. I don't know the exact math, but a small percentage of the Cash Coin that you gamble with, if you win, if you lose, it doesn't matter, is always getting burned. So what that does, it creates this supply and demand thing where it's constant upwards pressure on the price. It's kind of similar to like Bitcoin halving, but I don't really even know anything about Bitcoin halving. I just know that it's simple supply and demand where there will never be more than 100 million Cash Coin ever. And every day, let's say you're gambling on Cash Casino on Tuesday, right? You're on Cash Casino on Tuesday, you buy some Cash Coin and you gamble. On Wednesday, there's going to be less total Cash Coin than there was on Tuesday. And that goes for every single day. So a year from now, so let's say we launch with 100 million total Cash Coin, and then 1 year later, maybe there's only 85 million total Cash Coin, right? Or maybe there's 80 million total Cash Coin. So it's always getting smaller. Now, the way you would get around this is you put your money in the house, you put your Cash Coin in the house, and you keep it there. But and I'll touch on the become the house. There's 2 main ideas, like I said, that make Cash Casino and Cash Coin such basically an infinite money glitch. And I say that not even joking. It really is going to be an infinite money glitch when it launches, assuming that everything goes according to plan. Maybe Lady Destiny has something else in mind for me, but I really love the idea. and the website just looks so sexy. But the way that you would get around the burning of your cash coin, if you want to just hoard your cash coin, you don't want any of it to get burned, well, then you would have to not gamble and you would just have to hold it. And so if you're holding it and you don't gamble and you just keep it in your account, yeah, I mean, cash coin is going to go up in price theoretically from the other people that are gambling. But the thing is, you're going to be missing out on a lot of profit, because if you, let's say you have a million cash coin and you just hold it and you don't touch it, and you have a million, well, yeah, you're gonna have a million and it's gonna go up in price, so your million is gonna get more valuable, but you're always gonna stay at a million. Now, on the flip side, if you put that million in the house, right, then you're going to be collecting more and more cash coin, and that cash coin is going to be working for you. So the thing is, when you want to pull the cash coin out of the house, well, you're going to have to pay that percentage, the the fee, the burn. Small percentage of that is going to get burned forever. So that's the main idea. The become the house idea, we'll talk about, is basically the fucking magnum opus, I think, in terms of GambleFi, if you want to call it that. It's the greatest idea I've heard in crypto in a long time, and I didn't even come up with it. My lead developer actually came up with it. But basically, become the house is exactly what it sounds like. You, as the player, you buy cash coin and you put it up as house money. So you're going to have that house edge. The house always wins, so you're going to have a 55% edge, or whatever it ends up being, and that money, that cash coin, is going to be making you more cash coin. So let's just strip cash coin out of it, and let's just say you put $10 in the house, right? And then somebody gambles and they're going against you and they're playing Crash, right? And they put $10 on Crash. Now, the house edge on Crash is pretty damn high, because there's no optimal way to play Crash. You could say, oh, I'm gonna cash out every time it hits 1.5x. But if you do that, here's what's going to happen. You're going to place a hand, $10 hand. You're going to trying to hit 1.5x. You place a $10 hand, and then it crashes at 1.3x. So you lose that $10 hand. You say, okay, all right, well, that's okay. I lost 10, but I'm gonna cash out at 1.5x, right? Same thing. You lose it. Okay, now you're thinking, all right, well, now I got to make that money back. I'm going to cash out at 2x, right? So you press go, you put $10, and then it goes up to 2x, and you cash out, right? And you say, okay, let's go. I made a 2x bet. But then hold on, it keeps going up. The rocket keeps on going up, and then it goes to 100x. And you think, God bless it. God damn it. I could have made so much money, but instead I cashed out at 2x like an idiot. And so then the next time they go, they say, okay, I'm gonna cash out at 20x. I'm gonna make a bag. This one's going to the moon. I'm gonna cash out at 20x. And then the rocket crashes at 7x, right? So this is what I mean. The house edge on Crash is very high. Same thing with mine. Same thing with dice. I mean, dice is lower. Dice and blackjack are the two that really don't have a huge house edge. Mine's theoretically doesn't have a huge house edge, but it really does, because the psychology behind it is players get overconfident. I've done this before. Every time I play mines, I get overconfident. I think, oh, I know which one it's going to be, even though it's just fucking random. So let's just say total 55% edge. It could be lower, it could be higher, but let's assume that. And let's say, with the example with Crash, you have your $10 in the house, and little Timmy just lost 4 Crash games in a row. Well, all of that money, not all of it, but let's just dumb it down. That money that little Timmy just lost just goes to you. It goes to you because you're the house. So that is the two main ideas. The first one is the cash coin, and it's the constant upwards pressure on the cash coin price. It's deflationary, so there's always less cash coin than there was yesterday. And the second thing is become the house, where you are the house and you're collecting players' losses, and you have that 55% edge. So you keep it in the house for long enough, law of large numbers, whatever you want to call it, you're always going to win in the long run. So now, this is where it really gets fucking crazy. You put these two things together, right? So let's say you're watching ZR vs. The Matrix, and you're early to Cash Casino, right? Because you were in the know by a stroke of luck or whatever the fuck. You happen, maybe you know me in real life, or you came across me on the YouTube algorithm or whatever, right? And a stroke of luck, and this has fallen into your lap, and now you are a part of the Cash Casino private beta. So you buy Cashcoin when Cashcoin is 0.001. So like an 100th of a cent is what Cashcoin would be right when it launches. So let's say you buy it there. So you spend $100. Let's see. 100 times 0.00. Oh, wait, no, not times, right? 100 divided by 0. No, wait. Isn't it? 100 divided by 0.001. So 100,000. That seems about right. So you would be getting 100,000 Cashcoin, right? Let's say you put $100 in right at the start and you put it in the house. So you put 100,000 Cashcoin in the house. All right. There's two things that are going to be happening. The first thing is you're going to be earning more Cashcoin, right? You have 100,000 Cashcoin in the house. You have that 55% edge. So what's going to happen is you're going to be going against gamblers and you have the house edge. So you're going to, that 100,000 maybe becomes 110,000 Cashcoin, right? So now instead of 100,000 Cashcoin, after 3 months, you have 110,000 Cashcoin and you didn't do anything. You just put it in the house, right? Okay, so now you have 110,000 Cashcoin. That's awesome. But also, Cashcoin has gone up in price. So it's not 0.001 anymore. Maybe it's 0.2. So now we do this. 100 divided by 0.02. Series taking forever. So now that's 5,000. And that is a conservative estimate. So your initial $100 investment is now worth $5,000. And that's a very conservative estimate. I say that Cashcoin will hit, I mean, there's no real way to tell. It's all up to Lady Destiny and the big man upstairs at the end of the day. But the idea is solid, and the logic is that once people realize the idea is solid, and once we are actually launched to the public, and maybe we have some good marketing, or we get lucky and people find out about it, and somebody promotes it, organically, whatever, however it works out. The idea is that Cashcoin goes to $1. It goes to $10. So if you're early, this is why I say Cash Casino is an infinite money glitch. You're early, you buy 100,000 Cashcoin and you put it in the house for 2 years. Now that 100,000 Cashcoin is 150,000, right? So you have 150,000 Cashcoin and you've let it sit for 2 years. And in that time, in that 2 years time, Cashcoin has gone from being basically worthless, being 100 times less valuable than a penny, right? It's basically worthless, but 2 years later, Cashcoin is worth $1. So now you have 150,000 Cashcoin and Cashcoin is worth $1. Well, you got 150 grand from a $100 investment. And now this might sound too optimistic. This might sound crazy, but the thing that I want to remind you guys is the idea is solid, right? The idea is sound. It's a great idea. The only thing that I guess is not in my control and it's not up to me is whether or not Cash Casino catches on and people actually realize that it's a good idea. I don't have a marketing budget. I don't have a team or a big following on social media, but the idea is good. So that's a little bit about Cash Casino, Cashcoin. This was ZR versus the Matrix Live. We didn't have any viewers, so basically just a YouTube video. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you for real, straight up from the bottom of my heart, I really believe in the Cash Casino, Cashcoin hypothesis, and I think you should too. You spend $1 on Cashcoin and let it sit for 5 years, you're gonna make some money, is my thinking. So yeah, guys, that's all I got for you. Buy Cashcoin. It's an infinite money glitch. Subscribe to ZR. Peace out, boys.